file here. So go ahead and right click on that arrow, and then we see a list of all the sheets, of course. Let's go into the sheet that's called Merge and Center, and I'll click on OK. Now in the Merge and Center sheet that I have here, we have that chart, but I'm not worried about the charts right now, so don't worry if your copy doesn't have the charts. I'm really more concerned about the data on this one. Now, notice how I must have hit column I and column K. I must have hit column J. So I want to get that back again for this example. Here's how to unhide column J. I'm going to highlight from column I to column K. I'm going to right click on column K and then pick on unhide. And now column J is back again. That's going to be important for this example. I want you to pick on cell K4. Notice how K4 has a formula. It says J4 divided by J11. Well, I want to find out more about where that formula is coming from, so follow my screen. Pick on the Formulas menu up top, and then pick on the word Trace Precedents right there, Trace Precedents. See how it points to the cells where that formula is coming from. That's why I want to unhide column J, as you can see. So sometimes by seeing those lines, it might help you have a better understanding of that formula. Well, we can keep on going. Pick on the word Trace Precedents again, and pick on the word Trace Precedents again. Good. You can keep on doing that as many times as you wanted to. Let me show you what this is telling me. If I change any of those cells, it'll change the column total, which will change the grand total, which will change the percent of total. So you can really see where that formula is coming from now. This is really great in a larger spreadsheet. When you're done with the arrows, pick on Remove Arrows. So that was called Trace Precedents, and you can do that multiple times. On the other hand, let's click on cell C4. C4 just has a normal formula, or a normal number. I want to see what happens if I change that cell, what other cells are going to change as a result. So now we're going to go in the opposite direction. Pick on cell C4. This time pick on Trace Dependents on the Formulas menu. Trace Dependents. Let me show you what this is telling me. If I change C4, it'll change C11. It'll change D4, and it'll change J4. So those other cells must have a formula that looks back at cell C4. So if I change C4, those other cells are going to change. Well, just like with the other one, we can keep on going. So pick on Trace Dependents again, and pick on Trace Dependents again. You can really do that as many times as you wanted to. So let me show you what this is telling me. If I change C4, it'll change D4, which will change D11, which will change the grand total, which will change all of the percents of totals. So that one cell is going to change all of those cells. When you're done with your arrows, pick on Remove Arrows. All right, so if a cell has a formula, you pick on Trace Precedents, and you can do that one multiple times. If a cell does not have a formula, you pick on Trace Dependents, and you can do that one multiple times as well. So it really helps you trace your formulas. And then when you're done with your arrows, I'll pick on Remove Arrows.